Alrighty, it's time for Project Cars 2, and hopefully a nice, unfrustrating session. What the hell? Because we all know how these sessions have gone lately. Ah! Ow! So tired.
Welcome to your first Rallycross race. In Rallycross, all drivers must complete what is known as a Joker Lap. The Joker Lap path involves a diversion off the main track and is typically longer than the normal lap. The Joker Lap section is clearly marked with a gantry and has to be completed once every race. Failing to do so will lead to a severe time penalty, as will taking the Joker Lap more than once in a single race. When you take your Joker Lap is up to you, just ensure you do it before the checkered flag.
Is this the right thing? Did I pick the right? What the fuck is going on? I'm rubbing Fuzz's butt right now. Are you gonna get upset with me? Tails wagging. Career. Continue career. Off. What the fuck? Joker. Is the Joker lap not even quicker anyways? Because you turn into it earlier? Dirtfish Mill Run Course. Meh.
Start of a new season. The only person who remembers the guy who finished second is the guy who finished second. Let's do this. One on the left. Okay, clear, you're good. Half length back.
Whoa. Holy fuck, get going. Backwards! Jesus. God.
Right side. You're good, all clear. One left. Clear.
Oh, that was the Joker lap he did. And he came off at second.
2 lengths back. Car on your left. Nice, clear.
Okay, so after I come out of this,
Joker's nearly on. Maybe you should take it. Car on your right. He's on your right. You're all clear.
oh, is this it? Why would you not want to take that one all the time? To me, it seems like it's faster. Right? Yeehaw! Whoa! That is fucking... Go! Absolute prick. Oh my god. Back up! Fuck! Seriously, like it doesn't respond to reverse at all.
2 lengths back.
I had to do that 3 times. You know what I mean? This fucking shit. I had such a lead too. I could probably just cut across like a cheat, but I don't know if that's... Oh, why wouldn't it be allowed to cut across everywhere?
Final lap. This is the
That's a
final
thing
lap.
that we love.
Keep it steady and take the win. You deserve this, buddy.
I do, don't I? Yeah.
Great stuff. Best first second time so far.
Well, at least I essentially won this race unless I really fuck it up, so that's encouraging. When I first came up, it was 30 minutes. I was like, what is this? Sometimes I can barely stomach a 3-minute race in this game, let alone 30. Beauty, mate. Love that car, that Golf. Oh, I love that Golf logo with the orange and everything. That's an iconic logo from like the 80s. I remember as a kid growing up and seeing their trucks on the highways and stuff. Like, are we on teams in this one? Goldbergs, Goldbergs. Okay, so it's the red and white guy. What? Coming up? Coming up? Whoa, 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 whoa. Is it the same track? Hi, kitty. Look, Buzz, my car won't go backwards. It is a giant piece
Okay,
of shit.
cleared you.
Yeah. You stuck to the carpet? Whoa. take my Joker lap on the 3rd lap this time.
Watch that. You're clear.
Crashing and bashing and doing all the things. Oh, good luck on your Joker lap, numbnuts. Meh. You're such an asshole. Meh. Hey Fuzz, I'm such an asshole. Meh. Whoa.
You're breathing him in. This is great stuff. Line him up and squeeze past.
Turn, you fucking. Is this thing broken or something? Oh, so it marks a J next to your name when you do the joke of that? I plan on doing it 3rd in case I miss it. And then, at least on the 4th lap, I'll be able to do it, right?
It's the second to last lap. Last 2 opportunities to serve the Joker. Well done. You're into the lead. Keep it up. Keep it up. That's your best final section so far. Great driving. Just one more lap now, mate. Keep on it all the way to the line. We can win this.
Mate. Where did my teammate finish last time? Was he like 5th or 6th or something? I'm not sure if your team score counts or not. I know your own individual placing is what determines how well you do in the series, right? Like, what up, kitty? You having a bath, little monster? Hublot. Hublot. Oh, good girl, lay down. You want a belly rub? You want a... Ow! Ow! She's gone savage. She's gone savage. Ow! Ow, Fuzz. Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that? Ah! He's got 80 points. I got 100. I gotta get her back paw. You ready? Here we go. Oh, she's preparing to... Oh, she took a swing. She took a swing. She's taking swings. Little rabbit punches. Oh! Ah! I gotcha! Ah! Ow! Where did that come from? Sneak attack, you little bastard! You wee bastard! You wee bastard! Ah! 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 Okay, Fuzz, I gotta race. We'll resume this after. Come give me a foot rub with your fur. Oof, skimming. Skimming.
You're leading by 3 seconds.
Well.
Protect that gap.
What's with the brake lights on this thing? Like the 3 lights, but only the middle one's on right now? Are you fucking kidding me? That thing gave me guff? I'm sure if I'd been going faster I would have just taken it out, but that seems pretty bloody ridiculous to me. Getting to be quite adept at this track.
First sector. That's your best split time so far.
I tried something a little different there. It didn't work out. That's okay. You gotta try things, right?
Last lap now. Keep focused. We can win this. Keep it clean and tidy
Ooh, I
all
got
the
too
way to the
excited there.
flag.
Well, I still didn't hit. Oh, rubbing and drifting. Rubbing is racing. It is. Ooh. God. Well, that's a pretty convincing
You've won the race. Fantastic drive.
performance. Finished with 150. My teammate finished with 125. Oh, he had a good race that race too. Oh, just not quite in the third place position, but close. Is this a different track? Or? Christ, I should have looked at the track layout. I didn't. Or no, this is the same track. Never mind. It looked different where we were starting. It looked a little sussy. Why are we racing on this track so much, though? You know what I mean? What the hell is this all about? I don't mind, because I like this track. Not sure what happened there. I like this track. I like this car.
P2 is 5 seconds behind you. Let's keep it there.
I just finished cleaning the house before I started this sesh, so we're all tidied up around here. It feels good. Not that my new place, like, you can clean the whole thing in like an hour. Like everything. Bathroom, kitchen, mop, vacuum, everything. It's so nice. Oh my god. Oh, fuck. That's what you get for trying to cut things a little too close. Be a precise eraser. You get fucked, meh. Yeah, it's nice. And then we got Leafs game tonight. Leafs and the Oilers. Should be interesting. So we'll do that. We'll watch that. We'll play some games. We'll do some other stuff. I'm not going to tell you what that stuff is, because you'll be seeing it soon, hopefully. A certain video series, hopefully, should be returning soon. So that's all I'll say. That probably gives it away, but so yeah, it's been a pretty decent weekend so far. Played the boys team last night in the playoffs. We smoked them 3-0, and it was more than a 3-0 game. Like, we pretty much were in their end the whole game. Like, their goalie made some really good saves here and there. It was a pretty dominant game for us. I ended up having to play D, which I like. I like playing D. It's fun. And I had a pretty solid game. Didn't get any points, but just was made good decisions and executed them well too, right? So that's all I ask. You know, I love getting points, but I could have a game where I get a couple goals or a goal and assist, but I don't necessarily play my best. I may make some bad passes, some turnovers, some stupid decisions. You know, I'd rather have a game where I just play solid all game long, making good decisions, helping everybody else succeed, and get no points, rather than have a couple points but also have some shitty elements in my game too, right? I'd much rather have a better overall game. So that was the kind of game I had last night. And playing D too, you're just much less likely to score, just because of the nature of your position. But yeah, it was a fun game. It's always fun playing them, and it's always fun beating them too. You gotta put the kids in their place, right? They think they're young, they think they know everything, they think they're in better shape than us. And I already did that, right? Yeah. You know, and they learn pretty quickly that, yeah, maybe that's not the case, right? So yeah, it's been a good weekend so far. Oh yeah.
Well done, mate. You won the race. You really, really earned it today. Great job.
Where did he finish? Let's see him. Where the hell is he? Oh shit, did he finish down? Oh, bro. 12th. Oh, there's 16 people? 18 people? Round 1 of 3. Oh, they must... Oh, there's only 6 per race, so that's why we have 3 rounds. I guess. I don't know. This is weird. I have no idea when this is going to be over. You know what I mean? Like,
Concentrate on the lights now.
but as long as I'm winning the races, hey, this can go on forever, right?
Good start, good start.
It's also an interesting time because I'm separated now, and I'm kind of caught. Well, I'm not really caught in a pickle, but it's a self-pickle, I guess. But like, my friend Chloe at work, it's a tough situation because I've kind of fallen completely in love with her. Like, I'm talking hard, like head over heels kind of shit, right? And it's just, it's never gonna happen, right? Like, it's tough because, like, you know, it's one of those cases where, you know, she's the first thing I think about when I wake up in the morning. She's the last thing I think about before I go to bed, and I'm thinking about her all day long in between, right? And, you know, when I see her, I'm just happy, I'm having fun, and the moment we split apart and go our separate ways, like, I miss her immediately. Like, she's so much fun. She makes me feel so good about myself. She's so beautiful and so smart and so funny. So just zany and fun and adventurous. Like, she's just the perfect woman. You know what I mean? Like, and she's so emotionally intelligent too. Like, she just, all these typical female traits, you know, of women expecting men to be mind readers and whatever. She's not like that. Like, she gets it, you know, which is so rare to find somebody like that, you know. So she has absolutely everything a guy could ever want in a woman. Like, absolutely everything. But the problem is, she's 27 and hot as fuck, and I'm 48 and not hot as fuck, right? So there's no way this would ever happen, right? So, but in the meantime, I just find, even though I'm single now and I can do anything I want, I just find I'm not even interested in other women because I'm so hung up on her. So I'm just waiting for these feelings basically to fucking run their course, you know, so I can just get over it and move on, you know. But it's been a while, so, and every time I think, okay, you know, I'm turning the corner here, I'm turning the page, and then it gets worse. It's kind of a joke. So I'm hoping that by the new year, maybe, you know, I'll have been on my own a few months by then. I'll have maybe talked myself down from the Chloe situation. That will have passed, you know, and then I can just move on and get on with it, right? I did download a couple of dating apps. I haven't filled out a profile or anything like that, and I probably won't for quite a while yet. Like I said, I'm planning on, hopefully, if any time, the new year. But just in preparation, like, just get them on my phone, you know, get ready. And then eventually, I think in the new year, that's when I'll probably fill out more profiles and make them live and see what happens, right? But, you know, part of this separation business, like, I've decided I'm going to be unapologetically me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not playing any games. You know, even when I fill out my dating profiles, I'm going to be brutally honest. Like, you know, like, I am a 48-year-old man-child. You know, I'm responsible. I hold down a steady job. I pay my bills. I can cook. You know, like, I mean, to a certain degree. I can clean, you know, like I'm a regular adult in most ways, but, you know, in so many other ways, I'm still like basically a 12-year-old in a 48-year-old body, right? And that's exactly what my condo looks like. There's toys everywhere, there's comic books, there's video games, you know? And I'm not changing that for anybody, you know? So I'm going to be brutally honest in my online profiles, you know? Because I want to weed out anybody who would be turned off by that to begin with. You know, I don't want to go pay for some bitch's dinner, because that's what you have to do, right? You know, equality, but you still have to pay for my dinner, right? Fucking garbage. You know, I don't want to be going on some date paying for some bitch's dinner and just them come back to my place and go, oh my god, you're a fucking freak, bye. You know, like, what's the point? It's a waste of time, it's a waste of money, it's a waste of effort, you know? So I'm just going to be brutally honest in my profiles, and that way, you know, if you do get some interest, like, hey, maybe I know there's women out there that play video games, that collect comic books, that play with toys. Like, I've seen them on fucking YouTube, you know? Granted, there's probably not a lot of them, but there are some out there, you know? So if it can help me winnow down the crap and get to the girls that are actually fun, and save me a lot of frustration, you know, that's what I'm going to do. You know, there's no point in trying to pretend to be something you're not, because what's the point? And they're going to find out eventually in the end anyways, right? So, so that's my plan. So yeah. So at the earliest, that'll be is in the new year.
That was a masterful piece of driving. Great job, bud. See you in the pit.
If not even later than that, I'll have to see if I'm ready by then, because I may not be, you know.
Focus on the light, mate.
I can't guarantee when my feelings for Chloe are going to run their course. And when I'm going to be ready to start dating again, right? I'm excited about dating, but also not, because I've heard that dating people now sucks. Like the dating scene is terrible. Like, people are crazy, and, especially in today's woke world, right? Oh, if I get some bitch who is spouting all this fucking nonsense, I'm just gonna get up and walk out. Right? Like, oh, whoa. Okay. Yeah, so. And I mean, I've talked about it recently, where all the problems I get in my life anymore are 99% caused by women. So I'm not very hopeful for the fact that I'm going to find decent women out there, you know what I mean? Like, when so many of them just treat you like shit as it is, you know, like, I'm not very hopeful. You know, when I think about all the women that have dicked me around over the last several years, it's like, it's crazy. You know, and I think of all the guys that have dicked me around, and really there aren't any. There's the one guy at work, but he's the lesser evil of the two, you know. He's still an asshole, and I'd love to beat the living Christ out of him, but still, she's way worse. But yeah, like, I love my ex-wife, and I always will, but the reason things failed in the end, and the reason things took so long to get to the separation stage, was all her fault. You know, like, when our problems first started, I really pushed to try and fix the marriage. She really wanted no interest in it, so I did that for 2 or 3 years before I finally was like, okay, well, this is enough. Like, what do you want to do? Like, should we have an open marriage? Should we separate? You know? And it took years after having those conversations with her for it to finally get done, right? So I was just held in this fucking period of uncertainty and miserableness, you know, like, and that's by my wife, who I was married to for 22 years, did that to me, right? And then you got the lady at my old work when I was a travel agent, like, we got along, but I didn't realize, like, my boss told me after the fact that she had tried to throw me under the bus several times, like, because she was older and she could not use the computer that well. Her memory was terrible. Like, she had a lot of issues that caused her to make costly mistakes at work, right? So eventually, once I got really good at my job, my boss asked, like, could you do her invoicing for her on the computer to at least take some of the pressure off of her, each of her files, and maybe help minimize the mistakes and maximize her time, you know? I was like, yeah, that's fine. So I would be doing, you know, half the work on her files, doing all of her invoicing and payment processing and all that shit. And then when she would get in trouble, when she would make a mistake and get in trouble, and Greg would pull her into the office to talk to her about it, she would always try and throw me under the bus. And it wasn't even related to me, but she would still try. And Greg's like, Maggie, no. Like, that was not Luke's fault. He had nothing to do with that. And besides, he's helping you. He's fucking doing all your invoicing. Like, you try and fucking throw him under the bus? Like, what the fuck? So there was that, and then when I eventually had to move on due to COVID to a new job, and I started at the school board, there was one principal at this one school who is just a complete cunt. Exact same as the lady at work now. Control freak, a bully, thinks she's the big boss even though she's fucking nobody. You know, just try and flex on you all the time, treat you like shit, run you around, and then backstab you as soon as she has a chance, right? Just a complete animal of a person. Like, just should never have been put on Earth. Just a waste of a fucking human, you know? And then in one of the other schools I was at, there's the charge custodian, and this old broad, she was fucking just a complete bitch. Just make problems for you because she was miserable, you know? And then when I got to the university after I left the school board, you know, I run into this bitch that's always causing us problems. And then there's the other bitch that just can't do her job correctly, and we're always having to correct things and fix her mistakes. And then, like, it's just, I look through the roster of people over the last several years that have caused me the most grief, and it's all fucking women. All of it. You know, and it's like, what the fuck? What is your problems? You know, like, just be a normal human, for God's sake. But they can't do it. You know, so I'm very terrified as to the quality of women that are out there. You know, when I do start dating, I'm very nervous. And it may be a quick experience where I go on a few dates and they're all duds, and it's like, okay, no, we're going to shelve this for now, you know? And I don't want to get into another situation where I'm living with a woman, too. Like, now that I'm on my own, I have my own space. It's exactly how I want it. It never gets messy. You know, it's just so easy. I don't want to move in with somebody and then just invite in all the problems I experienced in my marriage, you know. Which, it's one thing if it's an actual equal partnership where you share the load of the chores and you respect each other. But, like, I mean, I was coming home and people, you know, my ex-wife just, you know, she uses those stupid shaker cups that the gym bros use. She would use 3 or 4 of those a day, and they would just be sitting on the counter when I got home, like, wash them, Jeeves. And it was all the time, stuff like that, all the time. I just had to do everything, and I never got any, you know, if she had just fucked me often and fucked me well, I would have been fine. I would have been like, okay, things aren't perfect, but I'm getting what I need, you know? So, you know, whatever. But I was just expected to do all this stuff and then never get anything in return, you know? So I don't want to get into a long-term relationship where we're moving in together and then just have it go south like that again. And then just have to move out and find my own place again, you know? Now that I'm in this place, I don't want to leave it. Yeah, right? Like, no. I'm okay with getting into a serious relationship, but one where we live apart, you know. You know, 3 or 4 nights a week, you know, a couple nights she might stay overnight here, I might stay overnight there. We spend a lot of time together, we have fun, but we each have our own place and we're there a few nights on our own a week. You know what I mean? That would be perfectly fine. I would love that, you know. But I really don't want to get into a situation again where I'm living with somebody. It just didn't work out well for me. What? Why is it doing this again? You know, and if it means I'm not gonna find anybody in the end, then so be it. You know, if that's what it means, I'd still rather be on my own. You know. Oh, fucker. It's just not worth it. Now, Chloe, on the other hand, I would move in with her. Like, if we actually had a legit relationship and we loved each other and whatever, I could live with her. Because I know, like, I've known her for almost 3 years now. We've been best friends for most of it. Like, I know the kind of person she's like, and I trust her, and that is somebody that I could live with and be happy with. I know that. It's a different track. Huh. I changed all this stuff. But, you know, it's like I said, though, she's rare. Like, she's the great white buffalo. She's the unicorn, you know what I mean? Like, she is so abnormal for a woman, you know, to have that much common sense and that much emotional intelligence. I've never met another woman like that, you know what I mean? So I know I would be happy with her, right? But again, she's 27 and smoking hot. I'm 48 and a ugly, balding jackass. So, yeah, that's not going to work out. Oh shit, that was... I misread that. Isn't it funny the twists and turns life takes you on? You know? Oh, is this the reverse? Is that what this is? Oh, no, it's not, because I would be going the other way if that was reverse over there. Okay. Yeah, it's just, I find it funny the weird little journeys life takes you on. You know, when I think back to all those years ago when I got married, and I thought, oh, okay. Because, like, it's so funny because, like, up until my mom died, like, my parents were together their whole lives. So many of my friends and family friends, all of those couples are together. Like, I can't think of that many people of my parents' generation that we know who ever split up. I can't even, not even one comes to mind right now. You know what I mean? So to me, like, divorce and separation was like, I knew it happened, but it wasn't anything I ever thought about happening to myself or any of my friends or anything. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, to have it eventually happen to me was so weird, because I just thought when we got married, like, well, she's the one, this is it, like, we're gonna be happy forever, you know? And then it's like, oh, how naive. You dumbass, right? Like, idiot. And again, I'm not mad at her or anything. Like, I'll always love her. We get along really well now. Now that we're split up. I just wish it could have been handled differently, so this could have happened sooner, you know? Because I was miserable. I lived for between 6 and 7 years. I lived in this kind of state of constant misery where she was just, you know, not paying attention to me at all, ignoring me, you know, going and doing whatever the hell she wanted, and I was always just at home to take care of things, and, you know, like, it wasn't fair. But on the other hand, if it hadn't taken this long, I wouldn't have found this place, you know, like, I'm very happy where I am now, so, you know, you got to look at the kind of silver lining to it, right? You know, the fact that it did take this long means I'm back in the neighborhood where I grew up in a really cool place, right? Was it worth it? I don't know. You'll never know, because who knows what if we'd separated 4 years ago, what I would have found, you know, and what the housing market would have been like at the time. And you know what I mean? So you just got to take it for what it is and enjoy what you got now and move forward, make better decisions. Maybe I just swear off women entirely. Just seem to be such a constant source of discomfort for me. And I love women, that's the problem, but they just seem to cause me so much fucking trouble. And then the girl at work that I work in the morning shift with, like I told you about that, how she just got all bitchy at me one day, and I was like, well, forget you. You know, not going to break with you anymore. Fucking get mad and bitch at me for no reason. Like, fuck. Again, there's another one, right? Like, you know, this is the shit I'm trying to cut out of my life at this point. I don't need this crap, you know? So yeah, so she's still sulking. She just walks by me and she doesn't even look at me, and she just looks so sad and stuff, right? It's like, grow up. Like, you're the one that did wrong, so just own up to it. Or not, I don't care. You know, I've always gotten along better with the guy that's with me in the morning. He knows more of what's going on in my life. Like, he knows everything about Chloe, my feelings for her and everything. And whereas the girl doesn't, right? So, like, that's fine. Like, I'll go hang out with him on break and lunch instead of splitting between the two of you, right? Like, that's fine. You know, I'm not putting up with this kind of crap anymore. You know? Anybody in my life who causes me grief, even if they're a fucking family member for all I care, I'm just not going to deal with you anymore. I'm cutting you out, you know? Like, I don't need this shit. Life has been hard enough over the last 6-7 years with going through everything with my ex-wife, and then my mom dying, and then having to change jobs a couple times because of COVID, and all the stupid people that came along the way that I've had to deal with, you know? Like, I'm done. You know? I'm done with idiots. It's so funny when I get home at night. Ooh, fuck. It's like, the best feeling in the world is getting back to my own place. My cat's waiting for me. Shutting that door and locking both of the locks and shutting out the rest of the world is like the most satisfying feeling in my day. Boom. Bye. Right? Like, just fuck off. You know, knowing that I won't have to re-enter that world until fucking 5 a.m. the next morning, right? Like, such a satisfying feeling. You know, after everything that's fucking gone on. I just find I'm just done with people, you know? The human race is a goddamn shit show right now. It is embarrassing. But I just gotta do the best that I can with what I got, with what I'm given, with what I'm doing. And you know, and just be happy with myself. That's the main thing. Treat yourself well. Be happy with yourself. Do the things that make you happy. And if anybody has anything to say about it, well, go talk to somebody who cares, because I don't. You know. Now, when I say do the best you can, be the best, you know, that also means don't take any shit from anybody, you know, because I go to work and I try to be the best I can be most days, but I do it within given parameters, you know. I'm not bending over and taking it up the ass for this stupid bitch that keeps trying to dick us around at work. I'm not, you know. If I have to get into a confrontation with her, if I have to cause them distress when they're trying to dick us around and give it back to them, you know, so be it. Maybe a good person would just take it, but I've had enough of that shit, right? So I'm still doing the best job I can at work, but I'm not putting up with their crap, you know? Just because somebody wants to flex on you because they have a small dick or something, like, fuck off, you know? Right? Like, just get lost. God, I think about when that bitch goes home, like, I wonder if her husband, like, does he drink a lot? Does he stay late at work most nights? You know, does he do a lot of drugs? Like, I can't imagine being married to that bitch. Like, she's the worst. I'm gonna guess that guy's thought about suicide at some point in his life. Like, because she is awful. Just awful. So yeah. Do the best you can, but be true to yourself as well. I think that's kind of the message, you know. You know, you can still do a really good job, but also not take people's shit, right? And you shouldn't take people's shit. There's people out there giving you shit who have no business giving you shit. Fuck them, you know? These are the type of people in the world that need to be exposed, and they need to be bullied back, you know? They need to be given back what they're giving out. That's the only way they learn. You know, it's funny, we had a meeting at work the other day with one of the higher up guys, and our supervisor, like, told everybody, like, okay, and when you're carrying the cell phone, you need to answer it when they call. You can't not answer it and then take hours to respond. And I'm like, well, I'll take credit for a lot of that. I'm glad the afternoon staff are doing the same thing, because, I mean, the problem is these people call you relentlessly. Relentlessly. And if they don't get you on the first ring, they'll literally call you 4 or 5 times in a row. And if they can't get you on the caretaker phone, they'll call your personal cell phone. It's crazy. Like, it's a fucking goddamn emergency. It's never an emergency. It's like, oh, we have somebody starting in the second floor offices a week from now, and we need the little garbage bins placed under their desk. And you called me 6 times to get me to do that right now because it's an emergency? What the fuck is wrong with you, right? Like, this is why we don't answer the phone. Like, so I when they said that, I specified it. I said, okay, we can start answering the phone, but can you have a conversation with them and tell them only call when it's an actual emergency? This phone is for emergencies and urgent situations. It's not for fucking, oh, this needs to happen a week from now and it's not even that important to begin with, you know? Enough of that fucking bullshit, right? She just wants to flex on us. She just wants to keep us running for whatever fucking reason. I don't know. This lady's fucking crazy. You know, so I made sure to put my 2 cents in on, okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll answer the phone. If it starts ringing, only when it actually needs to be answered, you know, because this is nonsense. So they said they'd have a conversation with them, but fuck, who knows if it'll actually happen, you know, and if it does happen, if it'll actually be effective, right? Like, you just don't know with this upper management stuff. Like, it's just so nonsensical. Never seems to go anywhere, right? But we'll see. We'll find out eventually. But yeah. But I've noticed they have been calling us a lot less since we've got back from strike. And I think, and I'm taking credit for that. because I'm the one that kind of led the charge on not answering the phone. And it's just like with anybody. If you ignore somebody long enough, they will stop bugging you. They will stop trying, you know? That's the whole point of ignoring somebody, to get them to fuck off, right? There's two things you can do to get somebody to fuck off. You can punch them in the face, or you can ignore them. Punching in the face usually solves the problem pretty quick, and I wish I could do that, but I can't because it's illegal, and I'd get fired. But I can not answer the phone, and it's taken a long time, but it seems like it's finally started to work, you know? So, and I've had experience with that kind of thing before in the past, because when I worked my travel agent job, you know, like, travel agencies are it's a hard business, you know. It's a low-paying job. It's a low-profit industry, at least for some of the people involved. And it's a lot of stress. Like, booking travel is stressful. People expect the moon, and will give you shit over any little thing. And it's hard because you're not selling a bona fide, knowable product. You're selling an experience in another country. You don't know. There's several things that could go wrong on a trip. Some things that are out of your control and are normal that people shouldn't get mad about, like the weather. Well, we told you you're traveling during the rainy season. Like, what the fuck do you think was going to happen, you know? You knew there was great potential for there to be a whole fuckload of rain. And now you come back complaining about it? No, you know? But people will. They'll complain about the smallest things when it comes to travel. So it's a low-paying, high-stress industry. So you have to sell a lot of trips to make good profits. So you have to be efficient, you know? So sometimes you would get people calling in, telling you their life's fucking story. You know, they would be on the phone with you half the day if they had their way. You know what I mean? And meanwhile, you're watching all the other calls and messages come in and the work piling up and time slipping by you, you know, during the day. And so I used to, I had a strategy that really worked in the end, where once we got call ID, I could see who was calling in, obviously, and I'd go, oh, fuck, it's that guy. Oh, God. And he's going to talk my ear off. So I would let it ring. I would let it go to voicemail. And then once the voicemail came in, I'd listen to it, see what they wanted. And if they didn't leave a voicemail, it didn't matter. But what I would do is I would then email them after they called in saying, oh, sorry, I saw that you called in. I've been on hold with Air Canada for the past 45 minutes. I couldn't answer your call, but, you know, what do you need? You know? And I'd say, I'm still on hold with them right now. I don't know how long it's going to be, so, you know, just shoot me a note. So over time, I would use that strategy to get them to email me. And eventually, they would just stop calling me most of the time, and they would just start with an email. You know? With exactly what they wanted and stuff like that. So it was so efficient. They would send me an email with what they wanted. I would just reply to them with all the information. Next email is, oh, okay, no, it's too rich for us. We're going to pass this time. Or, okay, book it, you know? It was such a better use of time. Not to say that you would never talk to these people again. You know, you would have occasions where you talk to them about something, whether you're taking a new credit card over the phone or whatever. But it took the majority of the conversations with them out of the picture and saved so much time and made me so much more efficient in the long run, right? So that's exactly what I'm doing with this bitch by not answering the phone. I'm training her to fuck off and only text or email when it's important, right? Ugh, it's a shame you have to do that. People should just have that kind of common sense to begin with, especially people that are in these high up fucking positions. Like, how did they even get it if they're that stupid, right?